Good evening, all of you. So, in previous class, we are going to discuss about class, object, method, inheritance, polymorphism, data abstraction, and encapsulation. So, in a previous class, we are going to discuss about what is a class, what is object, what is a method, what is inheritance, what is a polymorphism, encapsulation, data abstraction, and difference between object-oriented programming and procedure-oriented programming languages. And after that, I want to discuss about how we will going to define a class and what is the self parameters. So, and all we are going to discuss in the previous session. So now today class we will go and discuss about Python constructor. So we will go and discuss about constructors in Python. So what is a constructor? So in a C and C++, the constructor name is same as a class name. So in a C and C++, the constructor has name as a class name. So the constructor name, that is the function name, and the class name is the same in C++ and Java. So whereas in Python it will be different. So by using a underscore init function. So by using underscore init underscore function, you have to create the constructor in Python. So by using this underscore init underscore function, you have to create objects in Python, as well as you have to allocate the memory space for the variables. So whereas in C and C++, it will be different. That is the function name is same as a class name, or the class name is same as a function name is called as a constructor in C++ and Java. So whereas in Python it will be different. By using underscore init underscore function, you have to create a constructor in the class. So by using that constructor, you have to create objects. And these are the different types of constructors in the Python. So that is a parameterized constructor, non-parameterized constructor, and default constructors. So they are the three different types of constructors. So I said that already how we are going to create a constructor in Python. So by using underscore init underscore function, you have to create the constructor in the Python. So this is an example for creating of a constructor in Python. So here I'm going to use a class name is employee ID, and after that I'm going to initialize the self.id is equal to id, self.name is equal to name, and after that I'm going to display id and followed by name, and after that I'm going to create an object for the employee. So here I'm going to create an object is emp1, and here I'm going to create another object is called emp2 and followed by so employee name and id, and employee name and followed by id, and I want access by using a object name and followed by dot operator. I want access the methods in a class, and similarly by using a second object emp2 followed by method name, you have to access the name and id. So that is about a constructor. So how to count the number of objects in a class? So by using a constructor. So how many constructor you have to create it? So for example here I want to create a 3 objects here. So S1 is equal to student, S2 is equal to student, and S3 is equal to student. So here I am going to create a 3 objects. So by using I underscore init underscore I am going to create a 3 objects. That's why. So the count of the number of constructor or the number of students is 3. Now coming into Python non-constructor, non-parameters constructor. So what is a non-parameters constructor? So that means the underscore init underscore function that does not have any arguments. So except the self argument. So except the self argument, and the remaining arguments we are not going to pass inside the underscore init underscore function. So then the constructor is called as a non-parameterized constructor. So in this example, I am not going to pass any arguments inside the init function. So except the self argument. So accept the self argument, and I am going to use a one function is called show, and followed by here I'm going to pass in inside the function. I'm going to pass a self as a first argument and followed by name, and I want to print that name. So I want to print that name. So what is that name? So the John is filled here, and it will going to display hello and followed by John. And here I'm going to create an object for class. So by using that object, I want to access a show method. So I want to access a show method, then it will go and display output is a hello and followed by John. So that is a non-parameter constructor. So what is a non-parameter constructor? So the constructor that has only self argument. The constructor that has only self argument, then it is called as a non-parameters constructor. So second one is a parameters constructor. So in previously I will be use only self as a argument. Self as argument. Now I'm going to use one more variable is called name. I'm going to pass one more argument is called name. So that's why this type of statement is called as a parameters constructor. So whereas in previously whereas in previous slide I'm going to pass only self keyword, self argument. So and I don't pass any arguments inside that init method. So that's why. So the previous slide can be called as a non-parameter constructor. Now in this example, I'm passing one argument. So that's why it is called as a parameterized constructor. And by using a show method, I want to display the name of that student. So create an object, and by using that object, you have to follow it by dot operator. You have to access the method in a class. So that is about a Python parameters constructor. So do you have any doubts up to now? So do you have any doubts up to now? Okay, so that is a parameter constructor. I hope you will be understanding what I am saying. If it is a non-parameter constructor, you have to pass only self argument. So if it is a parameter constructor, you have to pass along with the self, you have to pass one more argument. So then it is called as a parameter constructor. So what about third one? So in a default constructor, uh, you have to forget about to declare the variables, or you have to forget about to declare the constructor in the class. Sorry. So in a previous two slide, I'm going to use a underscore underscore IIT function. So whereas in this example, I'm not going to use that constructor. So that's why it is called as a default constructor. So what is a default constructor? So we do not include the constructor in the class. We do not use underscore underscore IIT underscore underscore function. So then it is called as a default constructor in Python. So that is about a default constructor. So what happens if you are using a more than one constructor in a class? So what happens if you are going to use a more than one constructor in a class? So for example, so I'm going to use here more than one constructor. So this is a first constructor, and this is a second constructor, and this is a third constructor. So now let us execute this code. So it will go and produce the output is a third constructor. So that means whatever the constructor you have created recently or last, so only that constructor is going to execute it. So you can use any number of constructor in the class, but what is a constructor you are going to write in last, so that value is going to execute it. So that is about a more than one constructor in a single class. So you can write more than one constructor in a single class. So if you write more than one constructor in a single class, so only the last constructor is going to execute. So these are the built-in functions, built-in class functions, that is a get attribute, set attribute, delete attribute, and a has attribute. So this is example for set, get, and has attributes. So in this example, I'm going to use an constructor, and I'm going to initialize the name and age, and after that I'm going to create a one object. So that is a yes, and followed by passing a name and ID and age. And by using a get attribute, I'm going to get the name of student. Then I got the output is John. And similarly by using a set attribute, so you can set your own value. So s comma age comma 23. So previously I will be assigned age value is 22. Now I'm going to set the age value as a 23. Now I'm going to print by using a get attribute, I'm going to print the age. So that's what we're going to print output is 23. And by using has attributes, so if that attribute will be there in the given class, then it will going to return output is a true. So in this example, the attribute ID is available in the class, so that's why it will going to print output is a true. And next one, delete attribute followed by s comma age. So it is also possible you have to delete the attributes in a class. So after deleting age, if you are trying to print age, then it will going to generate the error. So why? Because we are already deleted age. So that is about a get attribute, set attribute, delete attribute, and has attributes. And these are the built-in class attributes: underscore underscore DSCT, underscore underscore, underscore underscore DOC, underscore underscore name, underscore underscore module, underscore underscore basis. So they are the built-in class attributes in the class. So this is example. You have to display doc and DSCT and underscore underscore modules. So if you have any doubts up to now, so if you have any doubts up to now, so if you have any doubts up to now, okay, let us go for the inheritance concepts. So what is inheritance? I said that in a previous class, deriving a new class from an existing class is called as a inheritance. Here, if you want to derive more than one class, then you have to write within the brackets, you have to write number of base classes followed by comma. So for example, here I'm going to deriving a more than one base. I'm going to deriving a new class from more than one base class. So that's why I'm writing in brackets base class 1, base class 2, and so on, base class n. So it is possible you can deriving a one new class from existing classes. So this is a syntax for writing of inheritance. So class and followed by derived. So class and followed by derived class. So class and followed by derived class name and followed by base class and followed by colon. So like that you have to deriving a new class from existing class. So if you have any doubts, please post your query in the chat box. I will try to answer. So this is an example for a single inheritance. So in this example, the base class name is called animal, and it contains a definition speak. So print animal is speaking, and the subclass is a dog. So this is a derived class name. So this class will be derived from base class. The base class name is called animal, and followed by, so I'm going to define the function, that is a bark, and I want print a dog is barking, and I'm going to create an object for the derived class, so that is a D, and by using that D I'm going to access functions in the base class as well as functions in the subclass. So that is about a simple inheritance. So this is simple deriving a new class from an existing class. So if you want derive anything, you have to write class and followed by derived class name and followed by you have to write a number of classes in the parentheses, which will be separated by comma. So next one is a multi-level inheritance. So this is a multi-level inheritance. So this is a class one. So it is a base class and it is a subclass, and again this is a subclass to the base class 2. So this is example class followed by class 1 colon and followed by body of the class 1, and if you want derive a subclass, then you have to write class followed by class 2 and followed by base class colon. And similarly, if you want derive a third class, then you have to write a class and followed by class 3, and the third class will be derived from class 2. So that's why I'm writing here class 2 colon and body of the class 3. So like that you have to write any number of multi levels. So this is an example. So the base class is here the base class is animal. So base class is animal and dog is a subclass. So this dog will be this subclass will be derived from animal, and similarly another level is called dog child. So it is another derived class, and this class will be derived from previous class, that is a dog. So that is called so the base class is a animal and the subclass is a dog. So the subclass is a dog, and again the subclass or next level is a dog child. So this is a format here. So that's why I'm writing here. So this is a base class. So it is a base class and it is a derived class. So this derived class is going to deriving from base class, that is animal, and similarly dog child. So that will be derived from base class dog. So that's why I'm writing here dog, and followed by I'm going to create a object for the uh, last class, that is a dog child, and by using that object I'm going to access the functions in the or methods in the previous classes, like animal class or dog class, and also can access functions in the dog child also. So object creation and accessing, that all will be common to C++ and Java also. So except here in Java you have to use extend keyword. We have to use extend keyword for deriving a new class. So whereas in Python, just you have to write derived class and followed by base class. So this is a multi-level inheritance. So here you have to derive one new class from more than one class. So derive a new class more than one class is called as a multiple inheritance. So this is an example here. So this is a base class, this is a one base class and base class 2 and so on base class n. So now I am going to deriving a one new class is called derived and followed by base class 1, base class 2, base class 3 and so on base class n. So that is called multiple inheritance. So this is an example. So here I am going to create a multiple classes are calculation 1 and calculation 2. So these are the two classes. So these are the two classes I am going to create it. So from that I am going to deriving a one new class. So the derived class name is called derived. So this derived class will be derived from calculation 1 and calculation 2. And I am going to perform some operations, and I am going to create a object for derived class, and by using that object I am going to access the summation, multiplication and divide functions. So that is about a Python multiple inheritance. So next, this is a hierarchical inheritance. In this hierarchical inheritance, you have to deriving more than one class from single existing class. So whereas previously you are going to deriving a only one class from more than one base class. So whereas in this example hierarchical inheritance, you are going to deriving a more than one derived class from single class. So that is called hierarchical inheritance. So this is example here. So I'm going to deriving one base class is parent. Parent is a base class, and from that I'm going deriving a more than one derived class. So that is a child one. So that will be derived from parent, and a child two that will be derived from parent. And I'm going to create the object for child one and child two. By using that object, I'm going to access the functions in the class. So that is about a hierarchical. So last one is a hybrid inheritance. So this is a structure for it is a combination of single and multiple inheritance. And here I'm going to create one base class is a school, and a student one that will be derived from school, and student two that will be also derived from school, and a student three so that will be derived from student one and student two. So that is called it will be looking like this. It is a school, and it contain student one. So student one, and it contain student two. So this is a hybrid inheritance. And student 3, so that the student 3 that is S3, so it will be derived from student 1. So as well as so that will be also directly derived from school also. I hope you'll be understanding what I am saying. So this is a parent class, so that is a student school. So it is a parent class is a school, and it will be derived from student 1 and student 2. And next derived class will be directly derived from parent also, or it will be derived from student 1 and student 2 also. So that is about a hybrid inheritance. So any doubts up to now? So that's all about object oriented programming Python. So any doubts up to now? So that's all about today class, and it is a last class. So I completed what are the topics I want to given in the brochure. So I covered all the topics, and if you like my videos, so please subscribe my channel, as well as you can click on a like button, you can click on a thumbs up button. And this is my last class. So up to now, what I promise you from uh, previous month to this month, so I covered every topic clearly. So for every topic is available in my channel. If you want, you can go through my channel, as well as you can forward the same to some other. So thank you, and this is the last class. So thank you for attending all the sessions, and thank you for supporting. So that's all about today class, and we will going to meet in the next class. So I will going to conduct a next class. I will going to announce into the WhatsApp group. So all are in the all are in stay in WhatsApp group only. So I will going to announce next class. So thank you. That's all about today's session. So thank you once again for attending the classes. Thank you.